we are only reading data from the database. How about creating new data, right? So let's create some data here. So to create data, let's maybe create a function here called create module. So we'll say, public module. So create the module and then send it back to me once it has been inserted in the database. So create module, and we can instantiate a brand new module. So module, and the module we'll create is a non-SQL, right? So new module instance, right? And here's where a full constructor might be useful, but that's fine. So non-SQL dot set title, and this is non-SQL. Okay. Now that we have the instance, we want to insert it, and the way we insert it is again using the repository. We can say repository. We can say save. So save. If this is a brand new instance of an object, it will do an insert. It's indeed a new instance, right? If instead this is an object that I had retrieved before, like this one, this find, right? This find by ID is retrieving an object from the database. It's not a new instance, right? If I do module m, right, and then I'm doing a return here, return m. If I manipulate m, if I change m in some way, maybe I change the title, yes, and then I do a save on m, it's not going to do an insert. It'll do an update instead. Yes, right. So JPA is smart enough to know, okay, well, where did this instance come from? Is this an instance that I went to fetch from the database, or is this an instance that you're creating from brand new? So it knows to use either update or save. Yes, and it has special names for it. We say objects that have been read from the database are referred to as managed objects, right? Even though they look like and they behave like the object that you created, it's not really your object, right? It's an object that is being managed by JPA, okay? And we'll talk about a little bit about that. So for now, let's create this here. We'll save this non-SQL. Let's save it, and then we can return it. What this is going to do, this is a synchronous call to a database with an insert. It'll wait for the insert to complete. The database will come back with the actual object that was inserted with the new ID, everything, right? Any auto increment, any defaults, any whatever. Once it has been inserted, you can then assign it to a local object, or here we're just returning it, right? So let's create non-SQL, and let's restart. Oh, we never mapped it. So let's map it to create module. Let's run it. Okay, so that now this could be, oops, create module, inserts it. Notice the ID is correct, right? If I go fetch all the modules, notice that it's actually part of there. And if I go to the database and I refresh and I do a select, notice that non-SQL is part of the database. Yes, and notice that they had done an insert. There's my insert, right, into modules with the correct mapping. Yes? All right, excellent. We'll come back next time.